Member of Umkhonto, where Sizwe Military Veterans were shot dead on Saturday at an ANC Youth League conference in the Gert Sibande region in Mpumalanga. It's believed the MK vet had been deployed to provide security at that conference. Let's find out what we know at this stage. We're joined by eNCA Samkele Maseko. He is there for us this morning. Samkele, a very good morning to you. Now, hopefully, we'll get some clarity on what exactly happened there on Saturday.
Yes, indeed, Yuveka. Hopefully we will get some clarity after an MK veteran was shot at an ANC Youth League regional conference in Gert Sibande. The ANC Youth League's Provincial Secretary, Pholoso Mbatsane, will further provide clarity to us. Now, I'll just throw straight to him. Pholoso, MK veteran seemingly died at your regional conference in Gert Sibande. What went down?
Well, Samkele, it's very unfortunate that this had to happen in a Congress of the African National Congress Youth League in Mpumalanga, in particular Gert Sibande. We really want to send our condolences to all affected parties, in particular his family, friends and colleagues. This is a culture that should not be celebrated in the Congress movement, a phenomenon that should be rejected with the contempt that it deserves. Indeed, we received news at about past 10 to 11 that this had occurred at the registration venue of the Congress of the ANC Youth League in Gert Sibande. We're told that there was a group of thugs, a rented crowd for one soul to come and disrupt the work of the African National Congress Youth League there in Gert Sibande. We are not sure of the intentions and the people that rented those people to come and disrupt the work of the ANC Youth League there.
Have you done any investigation to find out who rented this crowd? Because you understand that in this province it's a contestation between yourself, Pholoso Mbatsane, and Ndumiso Mukako for the ANC Youth League conference come in September. You are obviously gunning for Secretary General, with Ndumiso gunning for President of the ANC Youth League.
Well, firstly, let's demystify the notion that what happened in Gert Sibande, it's because of the contestation between myself and Comrade Ndumiso. I think clearly I must indicate that you would not refer to that as such, because you would understand that each and every region has its own dynamics. Now, when you arrive to Nkangala, there are political, there are domestic issues there, equally in Ehlanzeni, Utlabela, and Gert Sibande alike. So to reduce this to a contest between myself and Comrade Ndumiso would be really disingenuous and misleading, to say the least. Indeed, our names have been raised for both President and Secretary General, but until now, we have not accepted nomination. So those are just views. There is no contestation so far. Young people are just expressing their ideas and views on their preferred candidates.
Why is it that ANC Youth League members find it okay to carry dangerous weapons to regional conferences, knowing the history of Mpumalanga and political killings, such as the killing of Jimmy Mushala, the former speaker of Mbombela municipality, the killing of Zain Shelembe in one of the Nkangala regions and branches?
Well, we would refer to those people as rascals. Members of the ANC Youth League would understand that they must make sure that they defend the state, but more importantly, the African National Congress and its leagues. They understand that discipline is more important in the ANC Youth League, and that that is one principle that helped us to form this gigantic organization for over many years. And really, we don't think those are members of the African National Congress Youth League, because members of the ANC Youth League will understand that such a culture is not permissible in the African National Congress Youth League. Yes, contestation is allowed, but contestation should never, or different ideas should never develop into personal animosities. And that is why we refer to those people as rascals, as a rented crowd, because those people did not have membership, don't have membership of the ANC Youth League, and we're told that majority of them are old people who were there for one reason, to come and disrupt the work of the ANC Youth League. But for what? But we really don't know who sent those people to come and do that.
Have you taken time to go and visit the family and explain to them what transpired at this regional conference? And what does your conscience tell you when it comes to your own members carrying dangerous weapons to these events that you are organizing?
Indeed, a team from the African National Congress and the Youth League in Gert Sibande has descended to the family to try and express their condolences with what happened. And really, like I said, this is a culture that should not be celebrated, a phenomenon that should be rejected with the contempt that it deserves. And like I said, members of the ANC Youth League, they have a responsibility to make sure that we don't put the ANC and its leagues into disrepute. And such behavior is anti-ANC and should never be encouraged.
You say this behavior is anti-ANC, but last year there were MK vets who were branding guns at a township nearby. If I'm not mistaken, you, along with Sasekane Manzini, addressed that press briefing where those guys were said to be David Mabuza's gang.
Well, we really don't want to go back there. I think we found ample time, both as the ANC and its leagues, to speak on that matter. And really, we feel we provided enough clarity at the time. And to suggest that these things are probably a culture in the ANC, in particular in Mpumalanga, would not be correct. This is a culture that we continue to discourage. And sometimes we should never escalate these things into political killings when they are not. We all know that we've all got our own lives, and every day we do things, and we don't know what people actually decide to do when they're outside structures of the African National Congress. But to suggest that this is a culture and that this is celebrated in the ANC is not true. We must continue to discourage and condemn it with every possible term.
And my last question to you, it's a direct one. Are you available for ANC Youth League Secretary General position?
I can't say I'm available because I am still yet to receive branch nominations, and if I do receive branch nomination, it's then that I would exercise my right as a member of the African National Congress Youth League.
Well, that was Pholoso Mbatsane, the Provincial Secretary of the ANC Youth League, saying that it was thugs and rascals who were there to disrupt the Gert Sibande Regional Conference of the ANC Youth League, and that they are not their members in good standing, nor are they members of the ANC, saying the culture of political killings, which is now seemingly widespread not only in KwaZulu-Natal but also coming to areas such as Mpumalanga, is not a culture of the African National Congress.
All right, very interesting take there. Nice trying to get that info out of him, Samkele, but whether he'll stand for that position, eNCA, Samkele Maseko, always trying.